Hello, this is PG. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm reviewing EA Sports UFC 5 on the Xbox Series X. It's also available on PlayStation 5. EA Sports UFC 5, it's a mixed martial arts game developed by EA Vancouver. Okay, gameplay. Well, if you're new to MMA, it's a mixture of different disciplines. There's everything from dirty boxing, kickboxing, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, and everything in between. Fights can be broken down into two main parts, stand-up fighting and ground combat. First, let's look at the stand-up game. I'd say it creates a pretty accurate depiction of what that side of MMA does. You know, the punch variety, the kicks, the uppercuts, the elbows, and even some good, nice clinch combat. In general, it's very satisfying, it's enjoyable, and when you're in the midst of a good old barn burner, it actually works really well.
Building tonight. We'll see if he goes to the leg kicks here early. Oh, how good was that combo? He is really doing a nice job stringing his shots together now.
Winning a fight is all about momentum. This is a combination of managing your stamina, stance, and overall health. Throw too many punches and you'll gas out early, and no doubt get knocked out. Or you can be a more studious fighter. Pick your punches, measure the distance, and go for a late round stoppage. So in terms of stand-up combat, it's very good, but the big issues come when the combat moves to the ground. The ground game encompasses all manner of different wrestling and jiu-jitsu variations. You can also punch on the ground, you can mount your opponent, or you can go for submissions. However, it's the controls for these segments that just don't feel connected to what's actually happening on screen. It's all done via this quick time event type combination of button presses or holds. During these moments, you're not even really watching the fight. Your focus moves to this circle that has got various options, and it just feels completely detached from the moment. And to be honest, these sections might be better in a management sense, like when it goes to the ground, maybe you take control of the trainer and shout out commands to the fighter and then let it unfold as it does. Because the way it plays right now, it just does not feel right in terms of the controls, the tempo, and the feel of the ground game. And this sadly is a constant issue for MMA games. It is a very difficult thing, nigh on impossible, to accurately recreate ground combat in MMA in a video game, from what I've seen anyway. So it's a mixed bag. But on the plus side, you've got a great roster of current fighters, and there's a large selection of legends too. But I'd say the main part of UFC 5 is the extensive career mode. You can select a fighter or you can create your own, and I'd say the creator, it's pretty good. Lots of options there, plenty of tattoo options if you like your tattoos. Now during the career, you've got to work your way up through the smaller promotions to get to the UFC events. You'll do training camps, you'll promote your fight on social media, you'll spar, and you'll have these nice atmospheric cutscenes. In general, it's pretty well done, but I would say the long stretches between fights with all that admin does get quite boring. In terms of other modes, you've got online versus matches against other players, you can create your own unique events, or you can just do a one-off exhibition match. Visually, I'd say the fighter likenesses are generally on point. The facial damage element I'd say is more visceral than before, and it's very well presented on the whole. Sound is good, nice crowd effects, commentary I'd say solid, and it's got a good range of music. Okay, verdict. EA Sports UFC 5 is a solid mixed martial arts game that continues the good work in the series. It recreates the aesthetic experience quite well, and its stand-up game is about as good as it could get. Sadly, the ground wrestling and jiu-jitsu continues to be an elusive beast in terms of accurately recreating a core part of MMA correctly. It may be the case that the ground game in MMA just cannot be created in a video game, and in the end that stops the whole experience being a standout, because as soon as the fight goes to the ground, it just becomes a big turn-off. On the flip side though, the career mode is very well presented, the fighter roster is excellent, and it's nice to create your own fighters as well. For me, I played UFC 3, 4 and 5, and I think I played 3 so much that 4 and 5 just feel like Groundhog Day. They haven't really changed that much. I don't really think they're evolving very much like the FIFA franchise used to be, but if you are a die-hard UFC fan, there isn't really any other choice, so yeah, it's okay. It's not a great game, but it's fine. Scoring EA Sports UFC 5, 6 out of 10. That was the review. Thank you for watching. This is Photography Gamer, signing off. Cheers.